Hello everyone. In this video I'm going to be showing you how to export a mesh that has an animation attached to it that you've created within Maya. Now this mesh has a rig that's been created for it and we're going to show you how to export it properly. Now on the left we've got the mesh and then we've got the actual burns for the rig. And what first we're going to want to do is group the actual mesh together. So select all of the mesh components and then press Ctrl and G, and we're just going to call this arcade because it's an arcade machine. And then what we can do after that is drag the root inside for our actual rig. And then what we're going to want to do is under the modeling tab click on rigging, and then we're going to want to attach the or bind the root or the burns to the actual mesh that we want to move. So we don't want to move the cabinet, we just want to move the legs and the guns. So if we select the root and select the guns and the legs, then come to skin and bind skin, we should have our animation working properly. So the guns come out and it's all working. Now this can be applied for your model or whatever model you're making, but just make sure you're not binding the skin to something like, for example, let me just show you. So if I unbind this and then bound it to the actual full mesh and then played the animation, the whole mesh would move, which is not what we want. So make sure you're binding the actual burns to whatever you want to move. So we can just unbind that by going to skin and unbind skin and then selecting what we want to actually bind. So there we go. It's all working. So let's assume now that you've got everything working in your animation. So what we can do is select the group, or in the outliner select the actual mesh with the root inside, and then go to File and then come to Game Exporter. Now this window should open up. I'm just going to increase the size of it. And then under the Model tab, let's create a new preset by clicking on this button to be safe, and then just press OK. Then under the Settings tab here, click on Animation, make sure that's ticked. Then under the Animation Clips tab, let's click and create a new preset again, but this time let's select Anim Default. Then we click on this plus symbol, give our animation a name, and then at the bottom let's choose somewhere we want to save it. So I'm going to save it to the desktop, and then we'll call it animation, and then click export. Export successful. Then we'll come into Unreal, click on import, this button here, and then we will just select it from the desktop where we saved it. Now when this opens up, make sure under this animation tab here that import animations is ticked, and then press import all. We can clear this. So we'll have the actual mesh itself, and then if we click on the animation sequence, which is the second one, double click that, as you can see our animation will be imported into Unreal Engine. Hope this helped you guys and you can use it in your projects.